Hey everyone, welcome you all to BioSchool. This is Gayatri. In today's session, we are going to practice previous year CSI NET questions on complementation test. If you want to know the basic of complementation test and where it is used, I have a video on that. I will drop the link in the description box down below. Please make sure to watch that video at first before going to this video. Let's get started. So before solving some questions on complementation test, we have to remember some points. The first point is if mutations are complement, that means mutation in different genes and that genes are belong to different complementation group. If mutation that fails to complement, that means mutation in the same gene and that genes belong to same complementation group. If mutation complement, they belongs to different complementation group. If that mutation fails to complement, then that genes belong to same complementation group. Let's solve some question and understand this topic. A cross is made between two plants with white flower. All F1 progeny red colored flower. Let's say for the white colored flower, let's say these two genes they code for the white colored flower. If we cross this plant, then what we will get in F1 generation? We will get capital A, small a, capital B and small b in F1 generation. And this F1 generation, the plant, it coats the flower. That flower is red in color. So here, this parent, it codes for the white flower and this is also. But when they are crossed, the gene capital A and capital B, they complement with each other and that results in the red colored flower. So here the red colored flower is formed, that is because of the complementation. So the correct answer for this question is option A. Let's see the next question. Given below the result of complementation test for 6 independent mutants. Plus represents complementation and 0 represents non-complementation. 0 that represents non-complementation means that fails to complement. That means their genes where 0 is present, that genes are belong to same complementation group. Okay, so here it is asking the order of the cistron, or we can say that cistron it is a coding sequence or a complementation unit. Okay, all the one it show the non-complementation or the complementation group with 1, similarly 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So let's find out the complementation group or the non-complementation. Okay, complementation group or non-complementation for 1. So 1 it shows non-complementation with 3 and 6. Let's write it down. So now comes to 2. It shows non-complementation with itself. Okay, that means 2 is alone form a complementation unit or cistron. 3, it forms non-complementation with 6, right? What we have already written. Then 4, it shows complementation group or non-complementation with 5. So what we got here? We got here the 3 cistrons. One cistron is 1, 3 and 6. Mutation at 1, 3 and 6. And mutation 2 that represents another cistron. And mutation 4 and 5 that represents the third cistron. Let's see the options. The mutation can be ordered in a single cistron. No, here the mutations are in 3 cistrons. All mutations belong to single cistron. No. So option B and option A are wrong. There are 3 cistrons. Mutation 136 represent 1 cistron. Yes, right. 4 and 5 represents the second cistron. True. Then 2 represents the third cistron. That is also correct. So for this question the correct answer is option C. Let's see the next question. Several mutants are isolated, all of which require compound E for growth. The compounds A, D in the biosynthetic pathway to E are known. Okay, so the compound A and D that leads to E. That means the final product of biosynthetic pathway is E. So let's eliminate the option A and option C. But their order of the pathway is not known. With each compound is tested for its ability to support the growth of each mutant. in the following table, plus sign means growth and minus signs means no growth. What is the order of the compounds? So here the plus means growth and minus means no growth, and it is asking about the order of the compound. We know the final product, it will be E, where the growth is complete. That means the initial product will be that one where there is no growth. So out of these 5 compounds where there is no growth, that is A. Where there is no growth, that means the first product will be A. Then let's look into the B, C and D. See, in the B there is growth at only 1 point, but at the C the growth at 2 points, and D the growth at 3 points. So what is the correct order? A, no growth, then B, only 1 growth, C, 2 growth, D growth at 3 point, and E, growth at all the 4 points. So the correct order is A, B, C, D, E. So the correct answer for this question is option D. 3 E. coli are isolated which require compound A for their growth. Compound B, C, D are known to be involved in the biosynthetic pathway to A. This question is similar to previous question. Here the last product is A. So let's eliminate the option D because here is showing the last product is B. In order to determine the pathway, the mutants are grown in a medium supplemented with one of the compound A to D. The results obtained summarized below. Plus means growth, 0 it indicates lack of growth. Which of the following equation represent the biosynthetic pathway to A? A means complete growth. So the initial point in biosynthetic pathway will be that where there is complete lack of growth. So you can see at point B there is no growth at all. Okay. Then at the C there is a little growth. Then D the growth rate is little increased. Then at A the growth rate is more. So what is the biosynthetic pathway? Of course the pathway at first there is no growth, that will be B. Then a little growth, it will be C. Then little more growth, that is D, it will be the third. Then A is the last of biosynthetic pathway. So the correct order is B, then C, D and A. B, C, D, A. The correct answer is option A. See, this question is very simple and you can calculate it within a minute, and this question it carries 4 marks. Let's move and look into the last question. The locations of 5 overlapping deletions mapped to Drosophila chromosome is shown below. It represents the recessive mutation A, B, C, D, E are known to be located in this region. So where there is a deletion, there is a location of the recessive mutation A, B, C, D, E. But order of mutation on chromosome is not known. Okay, order is not known. And M it represents the mutant phenotype and plus represents the wild type. So here the plus is wild and M is mutant. So based on the above data, the relative order of mutant gene on chromosome. So we have to find out the relative order of mutant gene. So in the chromosome 1 it is deleted and it represents the region of mutant where the chromosome 1 it is mutated. It is mutated at point B, C and D. Okay. Then the chromosome 2 it mutated at point C and D, and chromosome number 3 is mutated at point D and E, and 4 it mutated at E and at A. For solving this question, first we have to write down the deletions. First write down for chromosome number 1 it is B, C, D. Then for 2 it is C, D. For 3 it is D and E. Okay, so to find out the correct gene order you have to write it like this, D and E. For 4 it is E and A. So write down E here, then A over here. Okay. Similarly with the chromosome number 5, that is deletion at E and A where the recessive mutants are present. Write down E and A. So now we have the correct gene order. What is it? It's B, C, D, E and A, and B, C, D, E, A. The correct answer is option A. Similar way you can solve any questions from complementation test. If you still have any doubt, then please put a comment in the comment section down below. Thank you for joining me today. Bye bye. See you in my next video. Till then, keep learning.